Good evening. Welcome to the Virtual Railways with Briar Gaming. So, I've done something. We were good. Like I say, we were going to play Sandpatch Grade at some point this evening. So I've started it early. It's the first route we're doing, but it's custom. So, yeah. For anybody that doesn't know, this is a Class 66 on Sandpatch Grade. So, we're going to have some fun. Where's the... Alright, so let's get the brakes up. There we go. Alright. Alright, it's a lovely day, so we need our daylights on. There we go. Parking brake is off. Helps if I put the reverser in forward. Alright, and here we go. Sandpatch Grade in a Class 66. I don't know how far we're going to get though, because I'm pretty sure something will probably be broken. So, pretty sure one of the signals won't be clear or something, and we'll be chasing our tails. But at the moment we can't even get moving. Oh, there we go. So I don't think this is going to get very far, if I'm honest. These are loaded hoppers as well, so it's a very heavy train. And it's already struggling just up a very slight gradient. And we're getting close to flashover because the amps are up too high already. So the amps are in the red. But now we're rolling, we're doing alright, it's picking up speed nicely. Yeah, but like I say, I don't know how far we're going to get, if I'm honest, because we've got a red signal 2.5 miles up the road, and I'm not sure why. That's what you get for trusting the game's route planning when you tell it where you want it to go. And but yeah, here's a 66 on Sandpatch Grade. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get out of the yard. They're set against us. Probably derail. They're set against us. We derail. Luckily the American points you can run through them though. I just checked all of these and they said they were good to go. Oh, game. I don't even know where we're going here. Well, we're slowly snaking our way out of the yard, folks. Whether we actually make it to the main line is another question. Because that's taking us straight on. Yeah, I think we've got red signals because it's the wrong route. Yeah, I think we need to go that way. Yeah, fingers crossed we'll get out, get through the signals, but I'm not hopeful. It's a shame because there's quite a lot of stuff hiding as we go along on this route today. Well, there was stuff we were going to pass if we got out. Sort of, should be trains around here somewhere. See, there's one, but it's not moving. I don't understand the scenario planner. Although it might not be started yet, it might be the 10 past one that starts. Carrying on straight. Maybe we need to go out onto the orange lines, which is what I think I've tried to do here. Go out here. I think that's the route I've set. There's a green signal there. Right, let's just bring the train to a stand for a minute. So if we can sort this out. That should give us a green signal. Out and then across, and then everything's at red, and then it might clear as we get towards it. So yeah, there we go, green signal now. Maybe I figured it. Let's get our unleash the EMD engine. But the question that people were asking me earlier when I was in another channel talking about doing this was, how will a 66 handle it on its own? I think that the answer to that is going to be, it's going to do it very slowly. I think it's going to be very slow going up the grades, because we've only got one loco. But we'll see what happens as we go, as we now have green signals. So hopefully we'll get a little bit further than what we were going to do. So, in theory we should go round to the left now, and then we will pull it out onto that main line. More snaking across routes. Evening, Rogan. So, sandpatch grade. With an English train. Alright, so we're coming up to our first signal. We don't have one. There isn't one for us. Just have to take the word of the game that it's green. But the yes, so I'm not sure how far we're going to get on this route, because it seems to have the same bug that all the others have, where it just gives you a red signal and there doesn't seem to be a way to get past it. But we have got one that's allowing us to go out onto the main line. But the 66 is handling the slight inclines okay, but I think it's going to struggle at the top, or getting to the top, if we can get that far. Alright, so now I think we're going over this crossover. I thought that car was coming across the level crossing then. Right. The next signal is just here. Just want to see if any of the other trains that are supposed to be moving are moving. Well, we'll see them if they are. So how are you, Rogan? You alright? Had a good day? Been up to much? Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm on for a couple of hours tonight. Going to do this, see if this scenario works, and then going to jump onto Oakville subdivision and do the tutorials and a few runs on that one. It's another American freight route, and then maybe come back to this and do the one of the other scenarios. But probably gone for a long one tonight. Well, I have to say, pretty good so far. Again, we've got a green signal. I think we could go all the way here. It's along the whole route, so we go until we get stopped, or the train stops because it can't go up the hill. Yeah, she's pulling well. Plenty of guts in the 66. It's a long old train as well. Not as long as the American ones that they do, admittedly, but we've only got one engine. I have to say, I'm slightly amazed that one locomotive is pulling well as well. So what I will be doing on Sandpatch Grade is every time we get to a location, I'm probably going to save it. Just in case. Right, so we've just gone through a 40. As soon as we, well, put the throttle back in now, I don't think we're going to get much above 35 on the climb. It's getting steeper now, but just bear in mind, folks, that this train could grind to a halt going up the incline because it's only the one loco, and you remember there's 4 locos that do this. Yes, I did, mate. Yeah, really good fun. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, top bloke as well. Yeah, he challenged me to do this. He challenged me to attempt to get a 66 up and over Sandpatch. So, in true fashion, challenge accepted. But there is more 66s on this route in other parts of the map. There's some 37s in the map, and there is a HST somewhere on the map. So the Brits have invaded Sandpatch. And I'm having to, I'll say it again, this little train is pulling its heart out. I think we might be able to get up. We'll probably only be doing about 10 mile an hour as we're going up though, when it gets to the real steep stuff, but at least we're on green signal again. Well, he did say he had some things to do this evening, and he'd catch up on a VOD if he didn't get to see it. So yes. Eat your heart out, Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah. I just can't believe it's doing it. But it just makes you wonder whether you could put, if they set it so that anything can go on anything. So like if the gradients don't really mean anything. Well, they must do, because I'm only doing 35. Right, we're on flat ground again now, so hopefully it'll be able to pick up a bit more speed towards that 40, so that when we are going uphill, it can really give it some. Right, that looks like a climb. It looks like we're going up a climb now. Yeah, quite a steep climb. What amps we generate? We've still got. There's still plenty left in the engine. Not really. Already revving high. Right, so the speed limit's gone up to 80. Well, we've not got a hope in hell of getting anywhere near that. I'll just be happy if we can stay at 35. I don't know if they're going to need this sort of aggregate in America though. I don't know if it's a product they use. Cold. We're still doing 38 mile an hour. It is flat. It'll be. You're right, radar. We've taken the British locos to America this evening. And I've forgotten to do it again. Getting bored of having to do this every time. There we go, that's better. Rohan? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. God, we're at 42 mile an hour now. Come on, the 66. Let's go. You've got it on Game Pass now, so enjoy it. I just don't know what time we're going to encounter the train coming the other way, if it's running. I don't know if they've actually departed or anything. I think they are. No trains moving I've seen yet. Oh, there's one. That could be the other 66 coming in the opposite direction. Yes, at least some other trains are moving. That's good. Ah, I see. We can turn the HUD off for this one because we there's not really much we need to know, is there? Oh, how the Class 66 isn't embarrassing itself. Which is always nice. But the one problem you will notice is there's no air conditioning in this Class 66. So it's going to be a very hot and sweaty journey. Oh, we're pushing 50. 46 mile an hour. We're cooking on gas, as they say up north. So we're back into the high speed section of line. Again, this is the gentle climb up sand patch. Yeah, if you were going to buy one, I'd say definitely go for Train Sim World 2, mate. Because anything that you buy for Train Sim World 2020 will work in Train Sim World 2, but it won't work the other way round. But like you said the other day, is it a game you can see yourself playing? Because it does swallow up time. Oh, flick from yellow to green, lovely. I just can't believe this 66 is doing this on its own. How far away is that other one now? Oh, miles away. Right, we're starting to get some steeper inclines now. We've been doing sort of 0.4 to 0.5, we're now 0.7. And I'm pretty sure we're not far away from the first 1.5. We're slowing down. Considerably slowing down. Come on, little engine. I don't think we're not kicking out much smoke at the moment, so the engine's running okay. Because I can assure you, when a 66 starts to throw a hissy fit, it gets smoky. Very, very smoky. So have you got any snow at yours, Rogan, at the moment? I know it's supposed to be quite heavy up north. Just wondering if you'd seen any. Did you get much overnight? Yeah, we're getting quite a bit at the moment. Radar seem to be having some sort of storm that's confusing the weather system. A fair dusting. Did that come with a buxom serving wench as well? Oh, 40 mile an hour now. Come on, little loco. The loco that could, you're right there. Slowly starting to struggle though. But I've got nothing left. We are in top notch. To be fair, it'd have gone bang by now going up this sort of hill, I think. But the 66 is a reliant old beast. Still got greens, so obviously set the road right finally to get it on the right railway. See you in a sec. Point work knocked a load of speed off of us. The other good thing that we're going to see when we go a little bit further up is that Class 37's working in multiple. So there's 2 British locos running in sync. Come on, little engine. Keep pulling. Still pulling. Right, the hill is really starting to get steep now. Fingers crossed we can make it to the first waypoint where we have to stop, so hopefully it's not on too much of a hill. If we have to stop, we might not get going again. Come on, engine. 30. Oh. I need to get that rescue train out. anybody remember how fast we were going in the American locos when we did this? Right, so the engine's just reversed its transition, so it's now got to rebuild up all its amps. Which is probably going to cost us, because the incline is now 1.3. Welcome back. We're slowly slowing down, Rogan. As the climb's getting steeper and steeper, it's up to 1.5 now. As long as we can keep rolling at around about 15, I think we'll make it up. Oh, it's all going. The engine's not liking this. We're going to get a flashover if it goes up much higher than 6,000 amps. Have to notch it down and keep it in the green. There we go, there's another 66 though. He looks like he's having a whale of a time, doesn't he? Going down the hill. Slow down, mate. That's Sharky, it's a runaway. He's ploughing off into the buffers. I think this, if we can get to the end of this, I think the whole of the internet should do a standing ovation for this digital 66 on its own, getting all the way up Sandpatch Grade. And all of a sudden I've just managed to trigger. I don't want to talk to you, Alexa. Or Google, whichever one you were. Oh, this could be the end, boys and girls. A 1.4% gradient on a curve. We're already doing 10 miles an hour. Now, Class 66 is affectionately known in the industry as a shed because it looks front on like a shed. Useless fact. Yeah, you can't add a pusher, mate. You can't, unfortunately. There was no way to add a pusher. I could have possibly spawned like a loco, a 66 on its own, and then connected them up together, but I don't know if Dovetail have put in multiple working for 66s where you put two together, and that orange thing there that lifts up and you connect them via a jumper cable, and then they work in multi. I don't know if they've enabled that. suppose there's only one way to find out in future. Just put one in the turntable at Cumberland and then put it on the front. But fair play to this loco so far. I don't think they have put multiple in this because you can't go in the engine room to get the jumper cable out. Maybe that's a thing to add to the features list to do. Allow multiple working of the Class 66. Right, we're into single digits on the speed now, and the engine won't run generating that many amps for very long before it goes bang in real life. What do you reckon the chances are, Rogan, of us actually getting to the first stopping point? Oh! I don't think it's got much life left in it. It sounds like the death rattle. Can't remember, is there steeper climbs on this, or are we going up some of the steepest there is at the moment? Because it's a game and it's not realistic. Well, it is realistic, but this engine would have gone bang long ago in real life. Like, we'd be on fire. There'd be smoke and... But the some of my community wanted to see a Class 66 on Sag Patch grade and see if it could do it on its own. And so far, the little red engine has done pretty well. Albeit at 9.5 miles an hour. Have we got any other trains coming towards us at the moment? There are a few knocking about on the route. Oh. Yep. I think that's the HST. And that's the 237s. Oh, we've gained a little bit of speed. We have gained some speed, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's have some positive vibes to get this train to the top of this gradient. The little red engine pulls and pulls. Oh. we've gained another point of a mile an hour. I wish the shark was here to see this. It's a shame he's not, because I think he'd be having kittens, because he didn't think they'd do it. It's tormenting us that we're just about to approach a 35 mile an hour speed limit. There is no way this train is going to climb up here at 35 mile an hour. Oh, hang on a minute. Have you guys just seen what I've seen? Another speed increase. The little red loco is now doing 9.9 mile an hour up a 1.5% gradient. Will we hit the big 1-0? Will we hit 10 mile an hour going around the next curve? Because he seems to like to speed up going around curves, which completely defies all physics and logic on the railway. We've got 4 miles to go to our first stopping point, or should we say our first save point. That's because it's dumping what you're taking up the hill. I think we've still got 20 loaded yet. We've still got 20 loaded wagons. To be fair, they look better than the American wagons, don't they? Not a big fan of those American wagons. We've lost a little bit of speed around that curve. I didn't want to do it in the rain or the snow, because then we definitely wouldn't have made it up, because that really does affect adhesion. Right, we're losing a bit more speed because we're going around the curves that are right hand curves. Left hand curves we should gain a little bit, so up here we might gain a bit more speed. That's if we make it. Oh, still going, come on. Still holding at a steady 9.7 though. Oh, on, trainy train. Come on, you can do it. Oh, we've gained another 0.1 of a mile an hour, Rogan. Right, let's just... We don't need the DSD on, in all fairness. Let's just isolate it. Oh, back to 9.9. Come on, let's get the 10. Come on, you lovely little engine. 10 mile an hour. Come on, let's do it. 10. Come on, let's push for the 10. Come on, give me that 10. Is that the big 1-0? I think we're coming up to the tunnel shortly. I think that's flat. Oh no. All the speed can't make up its mind. Gradients shallowed out a fraction. That's a lovely little river down there on the left hand side. Almost would have thought you were in Bavaria or something with this, wouldn't you? A German company, a DBS engine. As the Class 66 is used widely across Europe. Oh, excuse me. Hey, there we go, 10 mile an hour. 10 mile an hour pulling uphill. Go on the train. Will it hold the 10 mile an hour? That is the question. Well, the engine's giving us everything we could want and setting it the challenge of taking this load up. Sand patch grade. Well, we're holding 10 on this slow climb to the top. Yep, we hit 10 about 2 corners ago. Somehow. We're probably going to lose it again in a minute because this is quite a tight curve. Still got 3 miles to go to our first save point. And if that is on a hill and we have to stop, I don't think we'll get going again, in all fairness. But I shall use all of my real world driving techniques to try and keep her going. should start losing a bit more. We're going to definitely dip under 10 mile an hour going up. This is the heaviest incline we've been up so far, 1.6. I've been streaming an hour and I think we've only done like 6 miles, 7 miles. It's a good speed ratio, that. Oh, see, we've lost over half a mile an hour, nearly down to 9 now. Come on, keep going. Keep coming, little engine, keep coming. To 9.4. I've never ever thought I'd see a 66 run with this level of amps for this long without going bang. I dread to think what will be going on inside that cab with a real driver doing this for real. Apart from it being very boring, very hot, very noisy, and just wishing you'd taken the day off on holiday if you saw this on your diagram. But the train carries on going. We're still plodding away. Got a while yet before we see any sort of train. There's the old HST coming along. I wonder how fast that's going up these hills. That's normally a 125 mile an hour train. Yep, picking up a bit of speed again. Like I say, as long as it doesn't go over 1.6 or 1.7, I think we're alright. But as soon as we start hitting anything higher than that, I think we might just find ourselves doing about 5 mile an hour with loads of wheel slip. And if we do get that, all I'd just do is I'll go back and cut half the wagons off. We'll go up with half a train, so it's not as heavy. And then whatever happens to the rest of the train is not my problem. If it rolls all the way down the other side of back to Cumberland, it does that. This is turgid. Should have put another one on the front, I think. But then again, it wouldn't have done anything because we can't put them in multi. Just hear a sonic boom as they go head backwards. Hello, Signaller. What was that noise? That was your wagons breaking the sound barrier, driver. Holding at 9.6. Thing is, if I'd have had a little bit of time, I'd have made this really busy, this route. Well, with up to 20 services that you can do. Great Scott! Well, there's no overhead wires, so you wouldn't be able to get 1.21 gigawatts. You just want to hope that the bolt of lightning hit them just on the off chance. Oh, back to 9.7. Do we honestly think that this train could make it all the way up to the mine at the top? Or on the other side? Do we genuinely think it could do it? That's a bold statement, Rogan. I don't think we've hit the hardest point of the climb yet. I think that comes around the next couple of bends when it goes up to like... Well, it depends if you're actually going to play iRacing, if you're going to actually dedicate your life to it, because I think that's what you've got to do to be good at it, or even half decent at it. I'm thinking about a racing stream tomorrow, Rogan, if you're interested. And it's got to make sense for Rogan, if you Radar, if you're going to give it the time that it deserves, that you're paying for, because it's a monthly rental, isn't it? It's not like you could buy it, play it for a week, put it down for 3 weeks, because then you'd be out again and you'd be buying it again. You've got to sort of commit to playing it once a day, if not more. That's why I don't like their model. That's why I really don't like their model. Because you can't play unless you've got the subscription. Oh, it won't be until the evening for racing, mate. Because if it snows tonight, like it's supposed to, I'll be out playing with my daughter in the snow all day. Well, until it's gone. I'm going to get the sled out. Couple of good hills near me, so well, you got to weigh up the pros and cons then, Radar, as to whether paying for the subscription and you'll get that playtime out of it, or whether buying ACC would be better so that you can come and go as you please, or something like Automobilista or R Factor or something. Right, 2 miles to go till our first stopping point, and we're still doing pretty well on the speed. Or race room, yeah. Is that a free subscription? So you just buy the cars on that, don't you? If I remember rightly. what's wrong with them, Radar? Are they purists? Ah, little to no awareness. It's not helpful. Especially in a racing game. Right, 2 miles to go, 9.9 miles an hour again. Yeah, there is that. If you can actually find anybody to play with at the minute. Because everybody's waiting for the next patch because they're meant to be fixing so much stuff in it. But you still can't do a GT4 race. You can't lock the server to GT4. And that really winds me up. Why release a DLC that you can't lock people to playing on a server? Oh, back to 10. They're pretty bad in ACC, to be fair. Faster than you, Rogan. Faster than you. Well, that doesn't sound any fun. I don't remember Race Room being that bad when I used to play it years ago. Not as big as mine, Paul. Not as big as mine. Yeah, I'm still toying with the idea of whether I want to go to the new Merc when that comes out later this month or next month, or stick with the Bentley on ACC if there's anybody to play it with, because the servers are pretty empty. But we get Imola as well with that pack, which will be nice. Plus about 50 new liveries and so fingers crossed it brings people back to the game, but I'm not really hopeful. Anyway, back to this Class 66. It's generating like the amps are being changed into traction again now, because they've dropped from 7,700 to 7,300. So the engine's not straining, it's actually using the electricity properly at the moment the generator's generating. So we might see ourselves hit 11 miles an hour in a minute. But the driver is only being able to take the speed because he is holding a pebble outside the window to see how fast the wind erodes the stone, sorry. That's how we're gauging how fast we're going up this hill. Right, here comes the tunnel. It's a sign that we're nearly on a flattened level, I think. Come on, you beautiful 66. Let's keep going. Oh, look, there comes the HST when we're in the tunnel. Ah, what a shame. Oh, that looked good, didn't it? Oh, the HST passes us in a tunnel. Oh. Oh, 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 oh! Did anybody else see that? Oh, oh! She's flirting with 11. We were flirting with 11 miles an hour going up the hill. What is the other game that you're thinking of getting, Radar? If it's Cyberpunk, don't worry about it. Hold on to your money for another year before it's ready. Oh, we've hit 11 now. A solid 11. We've actually got up to 11 miles an hour. That sounds like something you do in a special club in Germany, mate. Blade and sorcery. Oh, we're up to 12. Come on, the little engine. Right, here comes another train as well. I think that might be the last train that we'll actually see while we climb. Yeah, I think that could be the last one before. It's a long old route. You're like a good friend of mine. He talks himself out of every game he wants to get. He always finds a reason not to get it and go for something else, and then he goes, no, I wish I'd have got the other one. Radar, get iRacing. There you go, done. Bosh, the little red engine has spoken. Oh, we're up to 13 miles an hour, folks. Oh, we just want a bit of height here, because look what's coming round the curve. Look what's coming round the curve. It's a pair of BR-37s pulling a rather short formation of coal hoppers. Ah, that was pleasurable. Excuse me, what a sneeze. Oh. Right, we are coming up to our stopping point, and I don't like the look of the incline. Yep, because I didn't know, I thought it was a go via point when I set up. So if we don't stop there, it won't continue. Oh, well, no. To tell a lie, we're shallowing out now on the incline. So it may be a very slow getaway again. But we've got to stop there. I might just roll through it at like minimal speed and see what happens. Right, here we go. We could live to regret this. This will be an absolute waste if we can't get going again. Oh. Come on, girl. Oh no, wheel slip. Too much. Too much. Oh, radars. Radar's just been done by the repetition bot. Just the two. Nightbot does everything now. I turned everything off on the other one. He only alerts us of subs, donos and followers and stuff. Alright, so we're now spinning the wheels up, so throw some sand down. And there we go again. Hey! What are we back up to? 7 mile an hour? Yeah, throw sand. Whoa, we're off the chart though with the amps. But there, can you see now that we're rapidly accelerating now, and that the amp bar is slowly coming down, where it's generating and changing it into electrical traction. I think the little brake did it good. Yeah, you want that in the green really. You want it down in between 0 and 6 in theory, otherwise you're really stressing the engine and it doesn't like being stressed that much, and you'll get what's called a flashover where the it's generating too much electricity and it goes bang and lots of smoke and it's not very good. But we're back up to 12. Yeah, it'd be like the halogen collider going, be but smashing atoms into each other. Oh, we were supposed to save it. Hang on. There we go. Just in case the console or the game decides it doesn't want to play anymore. Another 8 miles to go to our next stopping point. 15. Oh, it's quite shallow now, this climb. Should be able to get ourselves back up to about 20, I think. I'm starting to side with Rogan. I think this train's going to make it. 20. Come on, we want 20 out of you, girl. I like the fact that the wagons at the back have not sort of spawned in, but you can still see their loads. You know a game's struggling to do the draw distance when all your wagons, you've got floating blooming loads at the back. And there's floating loads at the front now. No, not yet. Every stream you've been in, you've had a warning. Learn from your mistakes, boy. God, this is. You want to be careful. The old caps lock police will get you in a minute. So for anybody just joining us, I was set a challenge earlier to get a Class 66 from one end of Sandpatch Grade to the other, on its own, pulling a load. And we are slowly but surely getting there. I think we are pretty much halfway along the route now. So that would mean we've only got an hour and a bit left to go on it, as we are 90 minutes into the stream and we are halfway along. Well, see. Oh, excuse me. You behave yourself on my Discord and you go places. Oh, 15 mile an hour, we're slowing down again. Oh yeah, I saw that earlier. That's a square head. That, my friend, is David Coulthard. You bad man, Radar. Why, what's happened? Everything alright, Rogan? Oh, 18 miles an hour. Aiming for that big 20. What breed is she, Rogan? Oh, come on, 20, we need the oh no, we're going back up a real steep bit again. Oh no. 2 seconds guys, just got to take the hood off. The Xbox is starting to warm up the streaming room. That's not good, Rogan. But dogs will be dogs. I didn't know that British Bulldogs could be hyper. I thought they were proper laid-back, lazy dogs. She didn't get the memo. Missed that Zoom meeting, did she? Oh dear, that is not good. Bicarbonate of soda will get it out though, mate. A solution of bicarbonate of soda. Unless it's a coloured rug, and just got to be careful with them bleedies. Bleaches. Soda crystals are another good one. But you can't really buy them anymore because it looks like crystal meth. Well, you could always say that the bit where the tea stain is where your dog dragged her arse over it, I suppose. Put people off rolling around on it. Something moving around on the roof. Oh, we're really slowing down here. Oh dear. Jeepers creepers. She sounds like she's got ADHD. Come on, little train, keep speeding up. We don't want to see that slowing down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure British Bulldogs, they chill out as they get older, don't they? When they're fully grown and they can hardly move. Oh. Probably having withdrawal symptoms, mate. Couple of months off the old crack and she's struggling a little bit. Hey, you're right, Harry. Welcome to the stream. Nice of you to drop by. How did you get on in that COD tournament? I couldn't stay up. I was absolutely shattered after work. How did you get on? Yeah, was everybody in the Rook outfit that's caused outrage this morning? I've been reading on some of the gaming outlets. Yeah, I see. That doesn't help. Did you join them? Did you wear the same? Just join in with everybody hiding in the shadows? You still haven't invited me to play. I can never see when you're online playing it. So just so you know, Ziggy Stardusty used to work for me when I was a manager of a game. And he's a former competitive Call of Duty player, but I think he's about to start becoming competitive again. Well, he's never stopped being competitive with himself, but Oh dear. How many pads for your PS5 have you been through now? Oh, that's alright then. But yeah, Ziggy is a very good Call of Duty player. Very, very good Call of Duty player. So if you like your Call of Duties, he's worth a watch. And then sometimes he plays Pokemons. And then other times he plays, what is it? Demon Souls? Or was it Dark Souls? He has to collect them all and has to get the shinies, Radar. I still don't get Pokemon. I was a couple of years too old for it. Oh, he's a nice bloke, so drop him a follow. Even if you never go and watch, just drop him a follow. Every little helps. I'll tell you what though, there is one game on the Xbox I'm actually looking forward to, and that's Crossfire X. I'm really looking forward to Crossfire X if they manage to actually release it. So Ziggy, I was set a challenge earlier by another Train Sim World streamer to get this British train, which I drive in real life, over one of the toughest routes in the United States. And I'm halfway along it so far. It's about 50 or 60 miles I think, but it's all uphill and downhill, so it's really hard. So just in case you're wondering what's going on, and it doesn't really make much sense. I've given you temporary mod status, Harry, so you can post any photos or anything. It just saves me actually permitting. Well, I'm not sure I can do it. No, I don't want any of those. Don't want any of those. How do I approve? And just in case you wanted to post any photos of you playing COD. Oh, we're slowing down again. We're slowing down. Apparently Battlefield 6 is going to be pretty good, Harry, for competitive stuff. They're going back to the modern. I've not really seen or heard much about it. I just know they're going back to the modern era. and it's meant to be 120 players on a server. Isn't Valorant like Overwatch? Blimmin' hell, Radar. Have you met the thing called women yet in your life? Yeah, but you've got Kate, Harry. And Kate's into COD as well, so you have a common thing to enjoy together. And Kate rages more than you, but she just does it quietly. Doesn't kick things. And bust their foot and then have to have time off work. Fair play, Radar. Fair play. He went all the way. It's called a home run, Radar. Feel sorry for Rogan and his mad dog. Did you jump out of the bush and shout surprise as you did it, or did you do it in the warmth? I cannot believe we've been doing this for 2 hours and we've only got just over halfway. Oh, the innocence of youth. So what one is it tomorrow then, Harry? Ah, Resident Evil Village. Well, good luck for tomorrow. If I don't, I'll drop in. Are you streaming it, or are you just hiding, playing it off stream? Cool, I'll drop in tomorrow then. I shall drop in. Thanks for stopping by. Oh yeah, don't get me started on Resident Evil 7. I went to a manager's conference and we played it in VR. I literally, very nearly expelled my bowels playing it. And I think I did it in the shop as well, didn't I, Harry? You made me do the blooming Resident Evil demo on the PlayStation 4 pod. Still haven't forgiven you for that. Well, have a good one, mate. Enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. So we got green signal, 3.8 miles to go to our next save point, as we all know what this game likes to do. Yeah, Radar, you're going to have to stay awake if you want to see Ziggy's streams. You're not very good at staying awake when you promise to go and see a stream. Not that I'm sad or bitter about that you missed it, but hey. Sugar lumps. Why didn't you sleep more than 2 hours, your Wally? Oh, right, okay. Why? How old are you, Radar? I said, how old are you? Because if I remember rightly, you're quite a young whippersnapper. I was wondering why you need sleeping pills. Because there's no monsters that live in the closet. So you're alright with that one. I don't think we're going to be getting to do any Oakfield tonight. Ah, right. Sorry to hear that, mate. Won't ask why you're stressed at 15, mate, but I can tell you what. Best years of your life are between 14 and 21, mate. Don't get stressed about life. Quite the time of my life at that age. Pretty sure Rogan probably did as well. But then again, he is from Liverpool, so he was probably out stealing cars. Rogan, we all know what 16-year-olds do in Liverpool. Well, just be strong, Raider. Like I say, life doesn't begin until you finish school. The stress of schoolwork and stuff is irrelevant to what comes later in life, mate. So just enjoy your life, just chill, just play games, make friends, drink a beer, and just chill. Probably not drink a beer, actually. Could be a slippery slope at that age. Maybe enjoy a nice gin and tonic or something. I can't believe this 66 is still rolling. We're still rolling along. I'm not encouraging you to drink, I'm just telling you to chill and enjoy life. Are you going to grass me up, Radar? Are you going to tell on me? It's not very nice. The bots do it themselves. Probably do. Oh, this hill's getting quite steep now. 1.8 we're up to, boys. And any girls in the channel. This could be where we come unstuck. Sand patch number 2, if I remember rightly, is the top of the hill. Yeah, so what is the drinking age where you are, Radar? This is where he says he's about 20, it's about 25. That makes absolutely no blimmin' sense. Come on, Loco. Let's keep it going. next week. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Releases on Friday, so hopefully I'll get it a couple of days early. Yeah, I don't like them radar, not after the security glitch that they had years ago. Same with Huawei. Yeah, no, fair play. For me it's a free upgrade and it's not really costing me anything extra, so also comes with a free pair of Buds Pros, a Galaxy tag tracker thing, a Razer Kiri for playing Xbox on the go, and a year's worth of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I have to with my provider for 5G and unlimited data because I travel around so much. Like on passenger trains I watch a lot of Twitch and a lot of Netflix and stuff. You only pay a small premium for 5G. Because the thing is, radar, that it's not dumb, it's the 5G network isn't available everywhere in the United Kingdom. So a lot of people don't have 5G phones. So I'm with EE. Oh, excuse me. You have to have it enabled on the plan. So the 5G plan costs a little bit more because in theory you use more data. I used to be with 3, where it was free if your phone supported it, but their speed and everything in and around London and Birmingham and stuff's not very good. I was missing calls and stuff. Yeah, see, that's why it's free then, radar. Because no one can get it. Or very few people can get it. Yeah, my work phone's with O2, but it's only a Nokia 3310. I can't fault EE though so far. Reliable, very fast 5G. Beats 3 hands down. Well, that's good. What country are you in again, radar? Brain like a goldfish, mate. Oh yeah, that's right. Sweden. Land of the Vikings. Yes, yeah. Is it Korean? I thought it was from Hong Kong. Or Singapore. One of the two. Could even be Malaysia, I'm not entirely sure. So I think when we get to the next point on the route, that's when we would take the banking engine, the pushing engines off. So in other words, it's from China. China. Oh, boys, have you seen how high this gradient is, how steep it is, and our speed at the moment? I haven't had a Galaxy since the S7. See, I think I'm a bit of a tech geek. I like my phone. I like my phones. I like a decent phone. And for the fact that I batter them. I have a OnePlus 8 Pro at the minute, and I've scratched the screen in some places and it makes it really noticeable. Right, pain in the backside when you're trying to watch something. It's mega expensive though, Rogan. That's silly money that is for a phone. Well, they're asking for that. In my opinion, they want silly money for it. I just can't justify that sort of money on a phone, you know, because it is that much. It's a ridiculous, just mind-boggling price for a fold phone. But people somewhere in the world are paying it. Whoa, 4.5 miles an hour. Come on, train, stay with us. This could be game over here, boys. The J2, cool, that's going back a few years. Yeah, I've got the 512 gigabyte version as well, because it was cheaper than the 256 with EE. It made no sense whatsoever. Miles an hour. Come on, girl. Is that with Virgin, Rogan? You got to pay for the router. What have you got to pay for? Because I thought they were giving the router as a free upgrade now. Ah, right, okay. Oh, boys, I think we might be reaching the critical point here of this climb. slowly starting to struggle. Oh, did I tell you I've got the 4th of February off for the Southeastern streams, for the Southeastern DLC release. Oh, well, that's a good business. Bit of good business there, isn't it? £2 extra a month and you're getting 1 gig. I did say I'd do it for as long as I could possibly keep my eyes open, but they normally release it at 5 o'clock or something stupid, so I don't know if I'd go 5 PM till 5 AM. But I'd definitely give it a couple of hours on release day and then big stream the following day, so I'm off that day as well. I am going to start mixing it up. I'm not just going to do train streams. Yeah, 5 PM till 10 PM would be a good bulk of the stuff. Get quite a lot done in that time, I think. I'd get a good view of the route and stuff. But yeah, I'm like I say, I'm not going to be just doing trains. I am going to start... Oh, shut up, Google. I'm not asking you a question. Yeah, I think I'm going to start throwing in some ACC streams and some Hitman. So I've got the 3 Hitman games to play through. To be honest, there's not enough people. There's enough leagues out there at the moment. I just don't have the time, if I'm honest, at the moment. That's a bit ironic to say, but there's enough leagues out there if I was going to get serious about it. But the community's dead on Xbox. Well, not dead, but it's a lot of people that think they're very, very good, and they're not actually that good. When you actually, they might be good over 1 lap, but you then get them in a race situation and all they can do is hit you and bash you off the track. And with the way that the Xbox terms of service are and the servers work, you can't actually do anything about it, because they've disabled the giving them a time penalty commands, because you can't open the server command box. So until Xbox starts supporting competitive commands like drive-throughs and stuff that the server admins can administer, you can't really do a competitive league. I came up against a Brazilian team the other day and all they did was hit me off the track while I was lapping them, because I was a lot quicker than they were. But they then sort of started ganging up on me so that their mate that was in second could win the race, and I was just like, I don't really want to be in a race where there's that going on and the game's not giving them drive-throughs for cutting corners so that they can hit me and stuff. So it's a game that you need to play with your mates and have your own server, I think, which I have. So just need to get people that I know, or make friends with the good people. So it's DC5 Jack at the moment, bless him. He's got COVID and he's got it not really bad. He's not in hospital, but it's absolutely drained him. Well, you need to get on, because we've got a cheap way of well, not a cheap way of doing it, but we've got a way of doing it really quickly. And you just go on the server and just stay behind me. I just ease off and you just drive round following me closely, and the rating will just go through the roof. I need to get mine up to 60. I'm still at 57, I think it is. Yeah, he'll be alright. He just says he's very tired a lot of the time with it, or he'll feel alright, do a load of stuff around the house, and then feels like rubbish the following day. 1.9 miles to Sandpatch, and then hopefully we'll be going downhill. I don't know when you get time to play your games, Rogan, because you always seem to be watching people's streams. Coming up to the Sandpatch tunnel now. Yeah, here we go. Top of the hill, boys. We've finally made it. So let's give it another 10 minutes and the game will crash. You can already see that it's starting to get choppy. How does it look on the Xbox, Rogan? Because I've noticed that the quality varies on the platform that you're watching. Like mobile, it's really crisp and really good. But then you watch it on a tablet and you watch it on a computer screen, it's completely different. You watch it on a TV, it's completely different. At least you're actually getting what I'm outputting it at. Although we're getting 60 frames a second in the tunnel, but we won't when we get outside. Yeah, that's Twitch compression for you. I'm outputting at, well, uploading at 7.5 meg, which is higher than what they recommend for 1080p. She's not gone mental again, has she, at those horns? Oh, blimmin' hell, sorry mate. See, let's try this. Let's see if you can notice a difference with this radar. See if this does anything for you. Pay for new carpet. Right, when we get back outside, radar, tell me if you notice anything different. Because I'm pretty sure it's Twitch compression that's making it look a little bit sketchy for you, but right, the gradients are now shallowing out. We're now going downhill, boys. See, now I've given that an extra megabyte in upload, and I'm like literally maxing out. I'm not dropping frames yet, but I'm maxing my upload out. Oh, we need to stop. Oh. I know, my brakes stopped me. But we're going downhill now. We're going to start going downhill, so... Is there no slowdown this time on the stream? That was a feature called Look Ahead in XSplit that was doing that. Which is a feature that's supposed to make the output look better. Because it renders 2 frames ahead. It guesses. Because it tells me I've got to stop. Stop at sand patch number 2. Because this would be where you uncouple the banking engines or the pushing engines. If you had any. But because we're double R'd and our little red engine has got us up to the top. No, unfortunately not Radar, it's not cross-platform. Because the PC version is so far ahead of the console version because it's 2 different developers. Yeah, it's because the developers don't have the ability to port the game themselves. They've had to get another company in that specialises in porting games to put it onto Xbox or put it on console really. Right, here we go boys, 13 miles downhill. It's exactly the same game, just it takes them forever to port it, like to release the builds on console, because with the PC they get a version every couple of weeks because it's easier to release a patch for PC than it is for console. So what they do is they put like 10 patches in the console version and then release it, but it just takes them forever to do it. So right, we'll save it as we've got to there. It crashed shortly afterwards. It's the whole physics engine Radar. The version number is tied to a physics model. Yeah, like I said, I'd enjoy that more if there was a multiplayer aspect to it. Look how fast we're going, boys. Celebrating that 35 mile an hour. Cheers, Radar. Oh, this is a roller coaster ride going down the hill. Oh, look at all that swaying about. Oh, we've got a 40 mile an hour coming up. There's a 40 mile an hour. I've saved it. I saved it a few minutes ago. Didn't realise how long we'd been playing Sand Patch Grade for the other night when it crashed. Considering we've been doing this for 2.5 hours. This route. Because we've been so much slower than what it is when you got two engines on the front and a pushing loco. Yep, it certainly does, but that's only because it's low speed. If we get a Intercity 125 on here, doing the 79 mile an hour, we'd get it done in no time. Or put one of the trains that the Shark was using earlier on it, you'd get it done in no time. Maybe using some of those German freight locos as well that are overhead lines, because of the way the electric tractions work. They tend to be quicker and more powerful than diesel. Have you noticed we've not had the throttling coming down the hill? Just letting it do its thing. But I'm guessing I'll have to do Oakville tomorrow, unless you guys want to see something else instead. Speed in. Yes, I did, yeah. I had all of the train sim worlds. I have all the DLC as well. If you want to see something in particular, let me know. Yes, you could, yeah. So if you buy Train Sim World 2 now, and they had a sale on Train Sim World 2020 content, you could buy it and it would work in Train Sim World 2. This is quite therapeutic, just letting it roll down the hill. I haven't got to do anything apart from moderate the brakes. And even then we're not going over 40. It's lovely. Yeah, it'd still work. Because you'd still need to download it onto your Xbox. No, you wouldn't. You would just need to buy it and have it on your account, and then they would see it and you'd be able to re-download it in Train Sim World 2. The preserved collection. Yeah, so what you'd do is you'd buy the code or whatever for Train Sim World 2020, not download it, but it'll be on your account, and then if you went into Train Sim World 2, you'd see it'd be available to download on that game. It's a very clever way of doing it, but it completely threw the system. Oh, right. Well, in olden days. And how did you know that? Is that something you learned on Sharky's stream? Completely new graphics engine, radar, lots of new features underneath the core game. New traction model, new physics, new Train Sim World 2 has new physics, new traction models, new diesel models, steam coming. It has the ability to have passenger information screens on platforms and on trains which update live in the game as things change. So say for example you're doing a passenger service and you start running late, the train time, and you start delaying trains, it'll start to show on all of the information boards at all of the stations that trains are getting delayed and what time they'll arrive and things like that, to basically give it a level of immersion where you can just jump into a route, go to a station and see what time next trains come in for you to take over and stuff, how long you got to wait and stuff like that. Because you can in theory ride these trains as passengers on the passenger routes, and there's a 24-hour timetable that constantly like as long as the game's running, it's running in real time. So you're welcome, Radar. You have a question, I will answer it. That's why I'm here. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I enjoy socialising with you guys. It's like being down the pub, but we can't go anywhere because of lockdown. Or it's like going train spotting at your local train station, which you can't do at the moment because of lockdown. Yes, the social element, Radar. We're just generally chit-chatting like we would be at the pub. Not that you would be able to go to the pub, but if you could, you'd be sitting there with a drink and you'd be chatting and enjoying each other's company. Well, we can't do that because of this bloody virus. So this is the next best thing, sitting here. I can guarantee you've probably got a can of Coke or Pepsi or other fizzy drink brand or water or something on your desk. Rogan's sitting there with his cup of tea, sucking it out the rug at the moment, eating a jammy Dodger. But we're chilling. We've got 2 litres of water next year. All right, Mr. Healthy. But like when I raided that channel the other night, that Alan Thompson, he literally just drinks on his stream and drives trains drunk while having banter and conversations with his community about trains. But that is what he does. That is the brand he has created himself, and it's an enjoyable watch sometimes, most of the time. As long as you're there at the beginning and you understand what he's going to be driving and where he's driving from, because he will drive a whole route. He will go from London to Manchester in real time, driving in real time, which takes about 2 hours. But he won't tell you what they're doing unless you're there at the beginning. But he's a very good streamer. He knows his stuff about the railway. had no little buffers or anything, Rogan, on your Xbox tonight like you did the other night. That's good. I'm glad that's sort of solved itself then, with that setting being turned off. There you go. Radar done it. Cool, you've got a good memory. The only problem we've got now is... oh, we haven't used any fuel. I was going to say we might be running a bit low. That's 2 hours and 41 minutes we've been driving along this route for. Because the scenario started at 12 o'clock midday in the game. I'm sorry it's not been very exciting, but Sharky wanted me to prove that you can get a 66 over sand patch. And I think we have pretty much got it near enough there. Just going up to the Rockwood mine and that's it, we're done. But I don't think there's any particularly heavy climbs to go now. It's all quite leisurely. It's a good trait to have, radar. Have you tried that Hitman, Rogan? It's on Game Pass, I think, Hitman 2. Or have you ever played any of the Hitman games? Yeah, I started number 1 the other day. I'll tell you what, mate, worth playing. Really worth having a go on them. Very, very good game. Number 1 is, and I've only done like the training mission, and I'm like, literally, I need to sit and play this. I need to sit and play it properly. Because you are aware that IOI, the studio that makes it, has got the license for a new James Bond game. So they specialise in stealth shooters and like being a hitman. They've got the James Bond license, so you can only imagine how good that game is going to be. Oh, serious bit of speeding. Sorry, lads. Slowly picking up quite a lot of speed again. It's meant to be actually quite good in VR, according to the reviews I've seen. But it's really, it's like, I haven't got VR, no, I can't justify the the cost for something I very rarely use, because it makes me sick. VR makes me a very poorly person. Right, so we've got a cautionary signal coming up. Do we need to set a route? Oh no, it's only the next one that's yellow, the next one after that is green. Now the only reason I get motion sickness is when I was 10 years old, I went to Florida. And on the plane, I developed an inner ear infection, like massively inner ear infection. So when we got off the plane at JFK to transfer to our plane to Florida, I couldn't walk, I couldn't move, I stood up, I fell over, I was violently sick on the plane, and to the point where they had to ask if there were any nurses on the plane that were trained in American medicine, because that's all we were flying with Delta, so they only had American drugs they could administer to me to stop me being sick. So when we got there, we had to go and see a doctor, and then I got on tablets. But because we were flying when I got it, it really did knacker up my inner ear and stuff. So VR is a big no-no. But I could do roller coasters and stuff like that, strangely enough. Which makes no sense, but... yeah, you give me a VR and I lose my balance and everything, it all goes wally. And you'd need to have a bucket nearby as well, because there is a 99.9% chance I will vom. I might actually stream them, Rogan 1 and 2. I've got 3 as well. I've got them all. But that'd have to be an over 18 stream. I'd have to put that on mature because it is graphic. Get somebody with a bit of grotting wire. Oh, yellow signal. Right, so we've got a green signal. But do we have the route through the junctions up ahead that we need? Yes, we do. Yeah, we've got that one. Yes, we do. Yellow means that the next signal you should expect to be at red, but because of the way that we're coming up to a junction in a minute, it was probably to make sure that the road was, like the route was set, and then it went to green for the next signal, because it was. Yeah, that's because your balance was all gone. Your ears had adjusted to the waves, and then when you get back on solid ground and your inner ear is still compensating for the waves, that's what made you sick. It's horrific. It's a horrible feeling. I don't get seasick though. Well, I do, but I don't, if that makes sense. If I go inside a boat, I get seasick. If I'm on the deck, I don't. So I think, as Rogan said, we can class this as a success, in that a Class 66 on its own, as a single engine, can do sand patch grade. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. My mum had that a few times. Right, so we've got two white lights at an angle. Now, in the UK, that means that we're going onto a route that is occupied by another train. Wow, where are we going here, boys? I suddenly want to get my little ding 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 ding. It's like Deliverance, this part. Better not stop the train round here. The locals might shoot me. Well, we're coming to the end of the route now, folks. That 3-hour marathon. But we have learned one thing. British engines are better than American engines. I think the debate has been well and truly put to bed. DB Schenker is German, you are correct. It is a German state-owned company. And the locomotive is known as an engine. The train is the wagons and the loco together. But DB Schenker operate in the United Kingdom as DB Cargo. They've dropped the Schenker now, they're just known as DB Cargo, but they're still owned by the German government. All of the acceleration again here. Was it like a ferry? That is the 3 hour mark, and we are just 600 yards from the finish. And our little red engine has successfully completed sand patch grade and hasn't used any fuel. This hasn't been the quickest radar. Can I play the German ice? I would, but unfortunately we've had 3 hours of driving over sand patch grade with an English loco, so I probably won't be able to do the ice this evening because my eyes are on fire. But drop a follow and I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. But yes, I will do the ice tomorrow. Point set. Yes, they are. Well, my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, radar. No blasphemy, please. Oh, there we go. Wow. 2 hours, 59 minutes and 25 seconds to do 52 miles. You have 83 or 85 follows and me 3 follows. Well, thank you very much for following. Right, okay, give me 2 seconds, guys, and I'll do ice. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've decided to do Koln, and we're going to do Frankfurt to Koln, excuse me, which is one that Sharky did earlier, I think. Or didn't we just unlock the doors? It's one of those ones where you've got to have hang on a second. It's been, like I say, it's been so long since I've
Türen geöffnet. Störung. Zugbeeinflussung.
I don't speak German either, so it's a little bit of a... Right, so what ones did he turn on earlier? Sifa. Left that alone. Put that on. And then we had to put the pantograph up on this one.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Right, see you later, Rogan. Got to try and remember how we did this. Where's the reverser? That's there. Oh dear. What's gone on here? It doesn't sound like we've got any power.
AFB. AFB. AFB.
Why are we not getting any power?
Widerspeicherbremse. 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 Zugbeeinflussung. Widerspeicherbremse. Zugbeeinflussung. Widerspeicherbremse. Widerspeicherbremse.
I've got absolutely no idea why we're not going anywhere at the moment.
Widerspeicherbremse. 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 Widerspeicherbremse.
What is going on here? Well, that would be why. Well, the pan's up there. Now this is really...
Zugbeeinflussung.
Right, let's restart that. Let's try again. Because that didn't make any sense then. Right, let's...
Störung. Störung. Notbremsung. Störung. Zugbeeinflussung. DB gesperrt. DB gesperrt. Störung. Zugbeeinflussung. Türen geöffnet.
Alright, so let's try that again.
AFB. AFB. AFB.
Yeah, I play it on Xbox at Asphalt Anhalt session. Sorry. And I haven't driven these for ages, and I'm just trying to figure out why it's not actually letting us go.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet. Zugbeeinflussung.
Not actually taking any power. So what are we not doing? No, nothing at all. Ah, there we go. Aha! It's alive. So yes, I play on Xbox.
SIFA. SIFA.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Thank you for the C for warning game. Nice trains, the ice trains, I must admit.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Thank you. Thank you, Sashin. It's all about troubleshooting it when you've got a problem.
Zugbeeinflussung.
This is like I say, it's the first time in a long time I've driven these German routes. Mainly because I don't understand PZB. But myself and Sharky, another streamer, have decided we're going to learn it. Learn to understand how it works.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Where's that 120 increase? There we go. So away we go. Koln, here we come.
SIFA. SIFA.
Zugbeeinflussung.
So I'm imagining soon we get the LZB and the train drives itself. If I remember rightly from that stream this afternoon.
SIFA.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Oops, a daisy. So 60 kilometers.
SIFA. SIFA.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Well, if you put your mind to it, Radar, you can. I'm a train driver. I don't have any special sets of skills. I just put my mind to it and learn what to do. Yes, I am, yeah. Drive freight trains in the United Kingdom, Sashin.
Zug beeinflussen.
Right, so we're still waiting for LZB to activate on the route. Unless I've not set it up properly.
Zug beeinflussen.
SIFA, SIFA,
Zug beeinflussen.
Well, that does work quite well using that speed control, but it doesn't like to drop you down.
Zug beeinflussen.
There we go. Oh, we got 110 coming up.
Zug beeinflussen.
Got a portion of line now where it's just 110.
Zug beeinflussen.
This is actually quite pleasant to drive. Sharky was right.
Zug beeinflussen.
So we're just waiting for that bit in the middle there to light up, which will then allow the train to drive itself. It will set its own, like it will slow itself down. An owl in the game? Google Translate at its finest, I think.
Beeinflussen.
Or is that where it kicks in a second? Nope. I think this is taking us on an old route, isn't it? I don't know.
Zug beeinflussen.
I don't seem to have much luck with speed. Yeah, I drive cargo, yeah. Freight train driver. Driving what we were just driving in the last one.
Zug beeinflussen.
according to that, the speed has increased.
Zug beeinflussen.
It's a good solid 60 frames a second we're popping now. Oh, it whizzes by, doesn't it? When you get up to these sorts of speeds.
Zug beeinflussen.
Oh, come on. When's the fast stuff come in? Like the 330 clicks.
Zug beeinflussen.
I'm guessing it'll be after this next bit here. So it looks like it goes high speed. Because this is pedestrian at the moment. What's 160? About 90?
Zug beeinflussen.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I was promised 330 kilometres an hour on this route.
Zug beeinflussen.
Still is flipping along.
SIFA.
Zug beeinflussen.
Well, if you can't get maximum points on this route where it drives itself, I don't know what you can't do.
Zug beeinflussen.
But I don't think we're at 330 kilometres an hour track yet, so this looks like old style railway where high speed and passenger like commuter trains coexist.
SIFA. SIFA. SIFA.
Zug beeinflussen.
Well, this is like riveting, isn't it? Whizzing along at 160 kilometres an hour without care in the world.
Zug beeinflussen.
I feel like this train was not designed to go at this speed.
Zug beeinflussen.
There we go. We can now turn that all the way up. And the train will just do its own thing. That's what that beep was for. So now you can see that the light is in the middle there, and then there's a speed there which is the maximum line speed. So in a short while the train will start to just increase the speed on its own, from what I understood from the stream this morning that I watched. So 200 kilometers an hour in 500 meters, and the train should automatically just do its own thing now. Ready, steady, go. Yep, there we go. And that's all there is to it now. We just have to let it do its own thing.
SIFA. SIFA.
About to accelerate to 250. God, it's like the Millennium Falcon doing the Kessel Run now in this, isn't it?
SIFA. SIFA.
It's quite handy that it drives itself and deals with all its own speed restrictions and things. I wouldn't say I was a Star Wars fan. I enjoy the films, but I only enjoy the first three though.
SIFA. SIFA.
So 250 kilometers an hour. God, this feels fast, doesn't it? I know this is travelling fast, but the game doesn't really give you a sense of the speed, doesn't it? It's phenomenal. And we're not even doing the full speed yet. We've still got 80 kilometers an hour in it, in the tank. Do you feel the sense of speed radar watching it that I'm getting while I'm sat here playing it? Oh, we've got the G spot, the G spot. And we have to tickle one of those. Or is it that one? I can't remember. Oh, we're slowing down. Why are we slowing down? we braking? That's the question. And the G's gone now. I don't quite understand what's happened here.
Zug beeinflussen.
I don't think I've quite mastered this yet. Seems to be doing all sorts of things on its own. I know that's the aim of it, but it's not really got us at full speed. This is troubling me. Yeah, we've got CFAT. Thank you very much. Unless we are catching a train up, that's why we're slowing down. I'm guessing so. I'm guessing we must be catching something up. Hey, how old were you then? 9? Was that when it was Microsoft Train Simulator? Cool, that is old school. But all it is, all Microsoft Train Simulator is now is Train Simulator. Because it was Dovetail Games that produced it on behalf of Microsoft. I can't remember what their name was back then, but... Yeah, well, they're coming to Train Sim World 2. guessing that's why it was slowing us down, because we've caught something up. Love that film.
SIFA, SIFA,
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Well, that's impressed me. The train actually brought itself to a stop at the signal. Bit of rail on, bit of mixed freight there.
SIFA, SIFA,
Zugbeeinflussung.
What a weird collection of wagons that is.
Zugbeeinflussung.
SIFA, SIFA,
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Well, we're nearly at Koln already.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Right, so we're back on the control, full control of the train's driving us again.
Zugbeeinflussung. 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 Zugbeeinflussung.
Well, I think we just managed to disable an emergency brake application there. Oh, we have to have it at 60. Oh, I see.
SIFA.
Zug
So it
beeinflussen.
just limits our speed. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense. So here we go, we're approaching Koln.
Beeinflussen.
Yep, yes it is. My eyes are heavy. It's nearly bedtime.
SIFA. SIFA.
Zug beeinflussen.
But I quite enjoyed doing that. I do like the fact that there's lots of services on the German routes. Like you've got all sorts of different routes and stuff that converge on the same stations.
Zug beeinflussen. Türen geöffnet.
Oh, must admit, I'm. Whoa. That's an impressive yard. Crikey.
Zug beeinflussen.
Oh, did you guys enjoy that high-speed run? Because I did. That was really enjoyable.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet.
Good break from the no. Yeah, no word of a lie, that one. Oh, level 39, there we go. 36 minutes for 70 kilometres. Well, that's a distance. A different distance in Hey, Star Trek Class, as it was called earlier. But that's a regional train over there. That's another one. That's like an that's a Talent 442. But what will be good is when they actually add in these to this route, which is meant to be coming. because if you look, we'll just go across the tracks here. That one has the display boards built into the train already, and they work. But yeah, Board Bistro. I reckon that's the restaurant car. Coffee, anyone? Anyone want a coffee? But the thing is that service going out that way, or is it going back out that way? That's the question that is not answered. But anyway guys, thanks very much for watching. I am going to take myself off to bed, and I shall be doing you a stream tomorrow, and we might do a little bit more of this. But actually explore the route a little bit more, because there's plenty of trains to drive. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.